Yes, please.
Thank you so far where we have reached. But for us,
Welcome.
we are not having the discussion question.
Oh, like I said, I want to put the discussion question there in the chat.
Okay.
Keep checking there. In a few minutes, it will be there.
Thank you.
Welcome. Uganda Matters. Uganda Matters. You can unmute. Okay, good. Okay, thank you very much. At least there we are sure that we are all moving together. Let's dive to another slide. Now, right here, approaching scenario-based items in chemistry, CBC. Yeah, sorry about that. Just a minute. Let me bring this. Okay. So approaching scenario-based items in chemistry, CBC A-level paper 1. We have already said that in chemistry paper 1, they are all scenario-based what? Items. Now, what are we saying? When you get an paper and you go to section A, item 1, what should come number first? Number 1 should be read the scenario. Not once, but we are saying read it what? Twice. But don't forget, when you come down here, there is a time issue because we say that it's 2 hours and 45 minutes. Out there? So, but we're saying that read the scenario twice. Why? You need to read the scenario. From the scenario, look at the tasks. You see, how is a task related to the scenario? Are you seeing that? What is that problem that is being talked about, that is being hinted on? Now, after reading the scenario, identify the underlying chemistry. We don't want you to come and talk about any other content. We want you to talk about chemistry. Yeah? So read the scenario twice. Of course, the reason why I want you to read the scenario twice is you move from beginning to the end and then you see the task. What are they asking? Then you go back and then you identify the chemistry underlying in the scenario. Then after that, extract all the given data. If not, get a pencil and start underlining those key points, underline them, underline those key points. Now, there is this one that watch for the distractors. Did you know that you can respond to something wrong? The distractors I'm talking about, read the scenario very well, get to know exact thing they are looking for. It may be about thermochemistry, and you see someone somewhere they're talking about enthalpy maybe enthalpy of formation. But later you find that instead of enthalpy of formation, they wanted to look for lattice energy. But you didn't analyze very well and read very well the scenario. So watch out for the distractors. Find out exact thing that they are looking out for. Because those distractors can be put to see who has understood the chemistry behind, or someone who sees thermochemistry and then begins Bonhoeffer cycle. Yeah? No, we don't need to do that. Instead, read the scenario very well and then move step by step. Number 2, apply the right formula or apply the right concept. I believe one thing we need to do first, when you read a scenario, first identify where is this scenario coming from? From which topic can I attach this scenario? From which topics? Because it may be even more than one topic. Then after that, apply the right formula. If it is about calculating maybe empirical formula or molecular formula, make sure that you're applying the right formula. Or you're determining the dissociation, acid dissociation, all those, or dissociation constant. You need to be knowing what is a formula for determining such and such things. Now, after that, we're saying that even common sense is needed, even in chemistry. Use the common sense. Well, of course, and the real world chemistry, because we say that this time round we are looking at application, and we no longer look at learners just coming to a paper and they're just writing. We're all setting an item from nowhere. We want to set an item within a context of Uganda, things that people are exposed to. Meaning, if it is the industries, we're seeing industries coming up every day. If it is agriculture, we're seeing at least each and every family. If it is a family of 10, you'll find that among the 10 people, we have like 3 who are doing agriculture. Agriculture meaning is everywhere. There's no community you'll find in Uganda where they don't practice agriculture. Even those in town, they have some bucket or sacks where they have planted something. So agriculture, that is one of the areas. See, how is the chemistry related to the world? So I'm saying that use the common sense, but also the real world chemistry, because the scenarios we are setting, the scenarios that you're going to find in your name, all of these ones are from the real world chemistry, the real world scenarios. Now, manage your time. We have seen this. Though we have 2 hours and 45 minutes, still learners are still saying this time is not enough. Why? Because the questions need to analyze. They need more of analysis. So the learners are still saying that, they have given us little time, but let me tell you, this time is enough if you have planned. It is enough if you have planned. And don't forget, failure to plan, then you plan to fail. If you fail to plan, then what you're planning is failing. Because surely if you leave a full number and you have not attempted that number, yet you're not sure even what you have put for the first one, whether it was correct, are you seeing that you're denying yourself good scores? So to avoid all that, plan your time very well. Now, today I'm here taking you through. Are we there? I'm going to take you through answering approach. But let me tell you, the paper they give in front of you is your master at that particular time. What am I saying? Answer exactly what is asked. Don't say, during our facilitation, they told us we have to identify this. We have to only put the properties. Yes, but now what have they asked you? Answer exactly what they have asked. Otherwise, when they have asked something and then for you want to power the whole content you learned in that particular topic, that one will not work. What they have asked should be exactly what you're responding to. So if they asked, explain, and by the way, don't forget, this time now we are looking at analysis. So you find most of the time there is assess, yeah, those terms. You're going to find the terms like assess. Now, when they tell you to assess, are you going to just use one statement and you say that you're assessing? No. Meaning when we come here to A level, in A level, we want to see how we go ahead and explain. But of course, what is needed, we are going to share it. I'm going to share that, how we are supposed to respond. But we're saying that when they say explain, don't just put a point and don't give a reason. Some learners want to give application, just identifying the application. If it is an application, go ahead and explain that application. So we have seen the ones that you're looking at, the terms we're using, assess, other ones like analyze. Other words like, which other one can we use apart from analyze? They can use the word justify. They can use justify. Now, when they say justify, can you just give just identifying a point? Surely no. When they say justify, give your point and give a reason for that response that you are giving. So those are the terms that you're going to find as we continue to interact with a number of items in chemistry. Other terms is like evaluate. Terms like evaluate. terms like, I want to bring them here. I want terms like examine. As a chemistry student, examine. As a chemistry student, evaluate, analyze. So those are some of the terms that you're going to be finding as you continue to interact with a number of items. For today, I've just given us only 4 items, and these 4 items, each item is looking at a particular element of construct, a particular assessment objective. So that is how we have planned for today, because I know time may not be very enough to discuss each and everything. Let's dive to item number 1. And before we go to item number 1, the basis of assessment. If you know very well, if we are talking about basis of assessment, this is what a scholar, an examiner, the one who is scoring your paper, is going to base on. Are we there? Now, on this basis of assessment, we have the basis of assessment, we have the criteria of assessment, we have the code, and we have the score. Now, in today's session, I may not give you the score. That part A will give you get like 2 scores on part A. Or on item number 1, you're going to get 15 scores. No. This one, it will vary depending on the scorer, depending on how those who are scoring agree. Are we there? But for you, what do you need? You need to know, what am I supposed to do when an item is set under item number 1? Is that clear? And we're saying that in item number 1, that is assessment objective number what? Number 3. We have already looked at this. And the topics in here, in this section, where the item can come from in item number 1. Number 1 we are saying is thermochemistry. Number 2 is reaction kinetics. Number 4 is not number 4. Number 3 is electrochemistry. But like I said, an item can come when it is assessing, like part A is assessing something related to thermochemistry, and part B is something related to kinetics, because we say that these topics which have been grouped together, they have that relatedness. That's why if you say, me, I want to become a specialist in thermochemistry, I don't want electrochemistry, hello, my friend, then your things will not be nice on that day, because you read only thermochemistry. By God's chance, they bring thermochemistry, but one part involves electrochemistry. So what will you do? Are you seeing how you're going to suffer? How you're going to regret? So as we prepare, because as we're beginning the session, someone who prayed for us was saying that we get A's, and surely it is very possible. We can get what? A's. What we need to do is to prepare. You have taken time to join this session, and let me tell you, your time you have put into this is very valuable and very important, and I know you'll attain something from this session which will not leave you the same. I want to know whether there's someone with an inquiry before I take you through whatever you're seeing on the screen. And for those who are noting down, please summarize. And then because what is very important for a student here is this area and also this area. Those are the 2 key areas. These ones, leave them for the scholar. But of course, I'll also be taking you through a few what we can do in this area, but doesn't mean that is the final, because these codes can change, the maximum scores can change depending on who is assessing the paper. Yeah, there's someone with a hand up. Someone had a hand up, okay, saying it is okay. Anyone with an inquiry? Someone was putting up the hand. Okay, let me also check in the chat. May you please share the discussion items? Okay. Let me see whether I can share the discussion items here. Let me just use a minute to share the discussion items. So those who don't have them, they can also follow, because that's where we're going now. The discussion item is there. Those who have been looking for discussion items, please, I've already shared in the chat. Let me hope we have all seen them. The discussion items are right there in the chat. Let's make sure that we utilize them. Okay. Batas Thomas, you can unmute. Then you have Muhanji Brian, you can unmute. Whoever unmutes very fast, we move with that one. We want to summarize a little bit faster. There's an item we're going to be discussing. Yes, Prince.
Thank you very much. I'm looking at when you look at
you're not clear?
Can you hear me?
Yes. Is this Batas Thomas?
Yes.
Okay. Muhanji will be the next. Okay, you can speak now.
If you look at assessment objective 4, it has electrochemistry. Now, is it assessment objective 3 or assessment objective 4?
Let me come back here. Sorry.
Yes.
Let me check. Please move the window. Are you able to? Okay. There's something happened. I want to bring it back. Okay. Are you able to see the screen now? Are you able to see the screen?
It is loading.
Okay, it is coming.
I'm able to see it.
Okay, so you're saying that assessment objective 3, that's why you have thermochemistry.
Yes, if you look at
electrochemistry.
On your left, there is chemical equilibria and electrochemical systems.
And electrochemical systems.
Yes.
Now, thank you. I think that one is very clear. So this one was worked upon instead of having electrochemistry in assessment objective 4, it was shifted to assessment objective number 3. Are we there? So the electrochemistry was put up in assessment objective 3, and then moles and equations. Initially, you recall, the moles and equations are the ones which were where? Which were up there in assessment objective 3. But later, when it was analyzed, that's why it was interchanged. The electrochemistry was put in assessment objective 3, and then moles and equation was put in assessment objective 4.
All right.
Is it clear?
Very clear, sir.
Okay. Any other person with an inquiry in the same line? Angel? Brian, you had your hand up. You can raise it up, then we can be able to see you. Brian, you can unmute. Brian?
Yes, teacher.
Yes, please. Yes, please. I can hear you.
Yes, sorry for the sound.
Okay.
The interruption. Yeah, but what I was asking, sorry to take you back. I wanted to ask on something. You told us to answer what is exactly needed.
Yes. Yes, please. I can hear you. I think it is there. Answer exactly what is asked. Answer exactly what is asked. Yes, please. You continue. Brian, are you off? Hello, Nicole. You can be speaking as the other one works on the mic.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
My inquiry is about this thing of whereby they told us like we are no longer setting the laws. We have to
Yes.
apply the law. Like my inquiry in this part whereby like we are told that we are no longer stating the laws, but rather we are
Instead,
applying the laws.
applying them.
So if I'm applying the law, like can I let me say like just state like how can I say like the formula of the law, is that the application or furthermore like in daily life? Because in my understanding, I understand like if I'm to apply the law, like if I'm not stating, I'll just give its formula like the way it is in relation to the statement of the law.
Oh no, don't worry about that. Our first item is about something related to that. Be ready to respond to that item. Maybe let me respond to a few people here, like two, and then I bring that item. We see how best we can apply whatever we have put here. Richard Abedri, what are you saying? Richard Abedri?
Hello.
Then, yes, please.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening.
It's like your network is not poor. Maybe you need to connect it very well.
You're not getting me clearly.
So I'm not getting you clearly.
No, you check there, that side. Maybe Saint Teresa, you can tell us. Can you hear me, Saint Teresa? And Makobole High School. Saint Teresa, can you hear me?
Yes.
Meaning the other people are the ones who need to work on the network. Makobole High School, what are you saying? Your hand is up. Saint Teresa, do you have a question? Your hand is up.
Yes.
Yes, please ask.
Thank you, sir. For us, we would like to understand, like you find a scenario has one class and it is in 3 subtopics. So we'd like to know where we can exactly apply the different tasks, or you find the question is asking that analyze like Mr. John's problem. The second is like account for his problem. So we'd like to know where do we exactly apply like thermochemistry, reaction kinetics, and electrochemistry. Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. And actually, when you look at the questions I've shared today, check in the chat, all the items I've shared, they are all just having only one item. And we want to see if such a question is set, what happens. Yeah, I was very intentional on that because when you look at many questions that they have set, they have like 3 parts. But like I said at the beginning, you can find an item having one task, while another item is having 3 parts. And we're going to see all those. How do you respond? How do you find all these things that we are talking about? We're going to dive into the item as soon as possible. Just Makubole High School, you can speak, then we move on. Yes, Makubole High School.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening. Your voice is low. You can increase on the voice. Your voice is low. Ruankaka High School. Makobole High School, your voice is low. Maybe if you can put in the chat, I'll be able to respond. So that we move on a little bit faster. We can't hear you. Let's say Wankaka High School. Yes,
okay, this one is from Ruaka SS.
On
item 1. The teacher said that even if you write the formula, you are like stating the law. Is it true?
Okay, even if you write the formula, you're like stating the law. But you recall, what are we looking at here? We want to use the law to explain some things. Are we saying that? So if you put a formula for the law, yes, well and good, that is an addition. But can we use the law to explain, to solve some particular issues being addressed? So that is what you're going to be looking at. Not just stating the formula and you end there, but because there's no one day when you are going to say, state the law of, or state Hess's law, but it will come in a way to respond to solve a particular concern from the scenario. So we shall be able to see all that as we look at our first item. Here you're looking at the basis of assessment, what is required, and then thereafter, we shall be able to see how to apply whatever we have discussed. Let me hear from Opinin Jarad. Tell us the school also, so that we get to know where you're connecting from. Brian, you had a question you didn't complete.
Yes, teacher. Yes, teacher. And so what I was asking is on the precision.
Yes.
I had told us that we are required to answer what is exactly asked, but some people fail to understand what is needed, so they find writing a lot of things and being given only 2 marks out of 10, yet they have written the whole page. So how can we identify that we need to write this and the other? Because we may be knowing the content, but we put irrelevant content.
Very nice. I think that is a very wonderful question, which each and every student needs to take note, because very many times people can write you find someone is writing a full page but gets only 2 scores, which is very bad. And the other one writes only a quarter page and gets 6 scores. You see that? Meaning the interpretation is the key. That's why today we are here to see what do we need when they set an item in section A, item number 1. What are we supposed to do? Let's have a look at number 1. Number 1, we see here we're having the basis of assessment divided into 3 parts. That is part A, part B, and part C. But doesn't mean that always the tasks will be divided into A, B, C. Because you have seen some tasks only 2, some tasks having only 1, meaning it's not a must to have 3 tasks. But when they set whether 2 or 1, we expect you to analyze that item and you bring out all these. And we're saying that number 1, we need to look at the factors or the laws or the principles or the theories, and we explain them very well. Very well explained. But now some people are asking, now, if it is about a theory, we can have a code like T1. Are you seeing that? T, and then T, which is explained, the theory which is explained. If it is a factor, we can have a code F1, which is, okay, FE, which is a factor that is very well explained. If it is a principle, we can have P, a code PE. That's why I've said that a scholar will decide on which code to put. Are we there? Then how many scores do you get for doing that? a scholar who will be able to put the maximum scores that they are looking out for. But for me, what I'm taking you through today is how do you get the maximum score on item number 1. So number 1, make sure that you see which theory are they talking about in the scenario, which factors are they talking about in the scenario, or which principles or which laws are they talking about in the scenario. Now, when you put slash, it means that we can't have all of them in one question. So identify, are they talking about a law, or they're talking about, they want you to talk about some factors, or they're talking about some principles, or they're talking about some theories. And they're saying that if they're talking about any of these, make sure that you explain that factor or the law, or you use that law to explain those factors. Are we there? Now, after that, there is this part for analysis, interpretation, and then the conclusion. AIC. And we're saying that in criteria, when you're assessing, we see, have you analyzed all the data? Okay, all the data. Have you interpreted all the data? And then have you given the conclusion? Now we're saying that if you give all this, you're able to get the maximum what? Scores. Which code can you put here? It will depend on the examiner. Like I said, me, I'll be putting for you some suggested code, but those who are scoring you will be able to put a code. A code is put so that it is easy for you and a scholar to score your work, and you be very uniform. So those codes can be decided when they are scoring your paper. Now, in interpretation of the data, it can even be a graph you're interpreting. It can be a calculation you're carrying out. It can be an energy level diagram. It can be a Born-Haber cycle. Are you seeing that? So in a interpretation of the data, it's possible that you can be doing all this. You draw the graph and then you analyze that data and interpret that data. At the end of it all, we need to see the conclusion. Then finally, we need to see application. And after the application, we need to see some recommendation. Because in the question, when they're asking you, when there's in that task, there are some people you're trying to help out. So recommend them. Maybe there's some issue which is disturbing them. Now, at the end of it all, we want to see, can you recommend them about the best choice? Because you have finished analyzing, you have finished interpreting, you have concluded. Now go ahead, show them how it is applied, and then you recommend them. You recommend them. Unless someone has an inquiry, I want to bring the real life item. This item is already, item number 1 is already in the chat. Check in the chat. And also in the chat, I've already put a link, for that YouTube channel. You just click there, and then, oh, someone saying, if you can sample with one item. Very nice. Let's do that. Let me sample you with one item. Please, you can subscribe also to that link, which I've put in the chat. That's where I normally share other facilitations, other contents in different topics. They're always shared on that link. Just click there, subscribe, and make sure you keep on learning. Project work is also there. We have done a number of project work and how to assess for teachers, how to assess project work is all there on that channel. Just go on the playlist and select whatever you want. As these people continue to ask more questions, let's look at this item. Take 5 minutes, and then you raise the hand to respond. Tell us, like we said on how to approach. First, read through the scenario. How many times? Twice. The second time, you should be now underlining the key points. Someone was asking, when they have given a block task, they have given only one task, how are you able to bring out all of these three things that we have talked about? Explaining the law factor or the factors or principles or theories. How do we do all this if they have just asked you only the one task? So even me, today I said, let me bring on the one with one task. But I'm saying that the task can be broken into parts. But for us, we have decided to just ask only one block task. And we're saying that as a chemistry student in the laboratory investigation, guide the team on which salt is suitable for the furnace lining and possible application of the concept. Please, let's make sure, possible application. Let's make sure that we are reading through. Let us know, what do you think they want us to do in this particular scenario? Take 5 minutes and you let me know. Even the chat is going to be working. Let's use the chat, let's use the hands, but of course I'll accept to respond to your ideas after the minutes we have agreed upon. Someone repost please the questions. Okay. Okay, I'll repost. Don't worry. As we analyze, let me repost the questions, but also it is on the screen. It is also on the screen. So I have reposted the band girls SS. The band girls, it is there. The questions are there. There are 4 items, and each item is looking at a particular construct. So let's please look through, and then we shall be able to move on. So the document is there, the link is there. So let's not miss out to see whatever is on that link, because there is a lot to share there. Paicho SS. Yes, Paicho. Now we're going to move a little bit fast because it is already 5. So I'll be taking you through very fast the answering approach for the remaining items. And then, like I said, my email is already on the first page, which means you can be able to send your responses, and then we can share with the teachers and then the learners. At any particular time, we can be able to create that time and we share. That collaboration should continue, not ending now here. Yes, Paicho SS.
Yes, sir. Good evening.
Good evening.
My question is yes. My question is specifically in the previous slide you have just shown us. Let me say the second slide you gave us. There is someone who asked about in the activity of our objective. There we have
electrochemistry.
We have yes, electrochemical system, which was supposed to be in the 3rd. I see is together with those of chemical equilibrium 1 and 2. Yet I expected it to be in the same category with the topic electrochemistry. That is my inquiry. Thank you.
Hello, are you getting me clear? Okay, Paicho
Yes.
SS. Okay, that question was very clear. It's okay. I'm going to go on the slide, then we look at it. We look at it again so that I see what you're inquiring about very well. When you see here, we are saying that thermochemistry, chemical kinetics, and electrochemistry, they are all in one. Paicho, please unmute so that we concretize on that. We need to concretize on that. Paicho SS, let's concretize on that issue since it was raised by another person. And Paicho, unmute, yes. You can be loud so that we can move on. On our slide here, I believe you can see thermochemistry, chemical kinetics, and electrochemistry. They are in one. Yes? Wanji? Yes. Is there any issue with that?
Yes.
I wanted to
chemical kinetics.
Yes?
Maybe you first. Maybe you go to the slide where we have that one. Yes, so that I can talk about it easily.
Yes, I believe this is clear now. Are you able to see?
That is not the slide. Yes.
It's not a slide?
I am talking about this one.
Which other slide are you talking about? Apart
the slide for
elements of construct, assessment objective, and
the
topics.
where we have stoichiometry.
It's the one
we have
displaying,
stoichiometry, thermochemistry, and reaction kinetics.
Okay. Maybe let me just reshare because that's the one.
Are you hearing me?
Yes, please. Isn't it the one which is on screen now?
Yeah.
Okay, now you can ask.
It is not yet visible. I'm not seeing it. I'm meaning in that same line.
You remain on the call. I get to know whether other people are seeing it. Hello, Mukongolo High School. You keep your microphone on. I want to confirm that everyone is okay. Now, what are you inquiring there? You can inquire now.
I am inquiring where we have the topic in line with the topics. Yes, I'm talking now.
Are you talking about this?
I'm saying where we have
this one.
Yes, I'm talking about that one. Yes.
Yeah, so
where we
I
have
say
the
that
list
this
of
is
we have.
I want you to just listen a little bit, 1 minute. We say that this electrochemical system, are we there? And the stoichiometry, they were interchanged. So stoichiometry was brought down here, and then electrochemical system was taken up there. Is that clear?
Yes.
Are we there? So it was.
Yes, I'm getting that. I've got that.
Yes, it was interchanged. That's the one I was trying to explain. That is what was there before, but later they found out that actually thermochemistry, the electrochemistry, and kinetics, they are the ones which are having a lot which is related. So it was now put together. So these two were interchanged. Stoichiometry, where we have the moles and equations, it was brought down. And then the electrochemical systems, it was taken up. Are we there?
No. Yes, I've got it well.
Yeah, that is the one. Maybe, let me see, Mukongolo High. Mukongolo High School?
Yes, sir.
Yes, please.
I would like to know, how about colligatives?
Colligatives are in equilibria what? You get? The colligative properties, those ones, the physical equilibria, they are within these topics that you have already mentioned, the equilibria. It is colligative properties are just here in the equilibria 1 there. Are you seeing that?
Yeah. Yes.
So meaning anything related with colligative property can be assessed in assessment objective number 4.
How about in organic?
Organic,
in
you
organic
see up here. In organic chemistry is up there. Check assessment objective number 1. That is the inorganic what? Organic chemistry is here.
I'm asking,
hello?
What are they? Yes, sir. I wanted to know what are the maximum steps involved in the synthesis of organic compounds.
Oh, that's where we are going. Don't worry. We are still on item number 1. Are we there? After item number 1. But maybe to give you a quick answer, we are saying that they should not go less than 3. Are we there? When you're doing synthesis. But also they should not go beyond 6. Don't make a synthesis which is very long, more than 6 steps. No, we don't encourage that. Are we there? We need a minimum of 3 steps and a maximum of 6 steps. Tuko pamoja?
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
And
very
then
nice.
Finally, sir.
Yes.
How about these polymers like the nylon, the terylene?
Those ones are in organic. Those are in organic 3. So they can be assessed in section B, part 2.
Okay.
Yes, we are going to continue having these sessions. Make sure that you don't miss out any. Very soon you're going to be tackling a topic by topic. Of course, we can have a one session, but having very many topics being covered. So don't worry. We are going to have a poll, and we get to know which topic would you like us to discuss. Then people will select, and then we discuss that particular topic with related items. Now, for today, this item I've shared here on the screen, I think it has. Which topic is it coming from? By show of hands, which topic? Which topic? You can use the chat, you can use, kindly sir, I would request we have a look at items for purposes of time management. Thanks for bunch in advance. Okay. Okay, for purpose of time, someone saying that we can first look at the items, which is okay. And this item is here. Can I first take you through the approaches very fast? And then after we can look at these items at the same time. For someone who's saying for purposes of time, I believe that we can be able to, if you have seen the approach, you can respond and then you share on the email, then you can get time to give the feedback, So thank you very much for that message. And I believe it is going to work for us. Let me just hear from one person and then we can continue. Corey Comprehensive SS. What are we saying there? Good.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Sir, our suggestion is that we wish that we could continue because time is our limit.
Oh, don't worry. Thank you. Okay, so the response for this one, you're going to come back. Since I want us to see how best we can approach each and every item. Let's run to item number 2, then we shall come back if we still have time to respond to each and every item. I believe that will be much better. So item number 2, the basis of assessment. We say that item number 2 is coming from the assessment objective number 4. Assessment objective number 4. And the topics covered in here is equilibria 1, equilibria 2, then moles and equations. Now, when an item is set here, what happens? We say that there are 3 areas that we are basically looking at. And for this case, I've just given, these codes I've given you, please. One day when they don't use them, don't say that, teacher Isaac gave us these codes. No, these codes, like I said, examiners can agree and say, let's use this code for easy identification and for uniformity. Are we there? Then the maximum scores, I'm not giving you the maximum scores today here because at any time, the maximum score can change. But do you know how to respond to the item? Yes. If you know, that is number one thing that we are looking out for. Now, what do we do here? Here we demonstrate the accurate understanding of the principles, laws, this is law, or laws, theory or theories of equilibrium. That is if a question is about equilibrium, of stoichiometry. That is if a question is about moles and equations or stoichiometry. Not only that, and clearly explain the characteristics or properties or conditions. Now, when you put stroke, it doesn't mean that you're going to talk about all of them. It will depend on the question. What are they talking about? Is it properties? But also, is it the conditions? We're saying that clearly explains the characteristics, properties, conditions, factors, which are relating to the chemical equilibria and stoichiometry. I've already given a sample item on this one. I've already given a sample item on this one, item number 2. Please make sure, like the way you're all watching right here, make sure you try out those items and see whether you are putting all the things that you are talking about right here. Because we're saying that for you to get all the scores, you must have put all, must have put all the principles. And these principles, you must have explained them. So proper understanding of the principle and explanation, these are the key things that you don't need to miss out. How do you know that? Please also, we can borrow a leaf from even the UNEB sample, which I believe each one of us has seen. If you have not yet, I'm going to put it in here in the chat on the UNEB sample, the responses and the response to the UNEB sample, and also the question. I can put them in the chat so that you can be able to see. Let me just put them there for the case of our session, so that you can also borrow a leaf from there. You see, so that when a question comes, as we prepare for our mocks, we are very ready to attempt any item that comes along the way. Whether they have broken down the tasks into parts or whether it is just a block item, we make sure that we can be in position to respond. I've put for you all of them: the question papers, the guides for paper 1 and paper 2. Now that for today we are looking at paper 2, make sure that your emphasis, for paper 1, your emphasis, let it go to paper 1. Then number 2, we are seeing that you should be able to analyze and interpret the data accurately. Are we there? And at the end of it all, you should be able to do what? To explain. Which data are you interpreting and analyzing? It is data for equilibrium or the phase transitions, that is in phase equilibrium, and also the quantities of substances. The quantities, don't forget, the quantities, this is in a moral concept. So when they have given you the data in the scenario, make sure that you have analyzed the data very well and interpreted it very well for you to get a maximum score. That is if you have talked about all the data and you have analyzed it very well and interpreted it. If you have interpreted all the data very well, then you get all the maximum scores. Then finally, this is another part here that you should be able to analyze all applications or uses of the chemical system in real life, depending on which one they have told you. So we want to see, can you talk about the application? But do you know when do you get all the scores? If that application is very well explained. You can see that here you have put the code AE, application, which is very well explained. And how many points can you put here? At least 2 to 3 points. 2 to 3 points, which are very well what? Explained. explained. Don't put only one, put like 2 to 3, which are very well explained, so that you can maximize all the scores. Are we there? I know time is running. I want to hear just one person. I know there must be top times high school, especially those who have not yet asked a question. Top times?
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
So thank you for sharing all the elements of construct and basis of assessment. But with all due respect, we kindly request you to proceed because time is running out and it is not our best ally.
Yes, please. I believe that's what we are trying to do. And like I said, what you need to do is to make sure that you practice. What we are going through now is to make sure that we have the basis of assessment, and then we practice, we do at least like 2 numbers right here, and then we can call it a day. So this is the basis of assessment item 2. We want to see also, what about for section B part 1 and section B part 2? Then after that, we can try out like 2 items. Then the other ones, we can be able to try them from level up. Okay, thank you. So that is item number 2, which is assessment objective 4. Then here we have section B. Now, section B part 1 is where we have the assessment objective number 1. And they're saying that the topics in here, we have all the topics which fall under inorganic chemistry. The inorganic chem is assessed in section B, part 1. And how do you maximize all the scores? Let's go through this very fast. Now, for section B, right here, you choose only one item because it is 4 and 3, you select only one. Now, number 1, we need to see a learner demonstrating the understanding of all the physical properties, and not only identifying the physical property, but going ahead to explain. So when you identify a physical property, go ahead and explain the physical property. And I would advise you to give at least 3 properties, which are very well explained. The maximum score, the one who is scoring you will be able to put the maximum score. But for you, make sure you maximize. Put a physical property, you explain. Then number 2, we want to see, can you talk about, a learner should be able to explain all the trends, all the reactivity. Of course, when you talk about the trends and the reactivity, here we expect someone to be writing equations. But here, this time round, it's not just writing an equation, but we want you to explain that equation. Explain why maybe when you react sodium hydroxide and hydrochloric acid, why are you forming sodium chloride and water? And what is the nature of that product? We are saying that as you do all that, we want to see a balanced equation, a correct calculation on radioactivity with interpretation. Now, here you are talking about radioactivity, but also don't forget that in here we have the balanced equation in more balanced equation. When writing any equation, you call in periodicity 1 and periodicity 2, we have equation when you're looking at the variation in the properties in the periodic table in periodicity 1. That is number 1 thing that you're looking at. Radioactivity, we have already covered it in senior 5. So let's make sure that as we are there, we are able to explain the trend. We are able to explain the reactivity. We have put a trend stroke reactivity because it can either be trend or in the question, they're asking you the reactivity. Then part C, we should be able to explain the health or ethical or environmental implications. And at the end of it all, we want to see the recall recommendations. This is where our formula we are using in O level, where you identify the danger, you explain it and mitigate it. The DEM is going to work here. But here we're looking at the what? The danger of what? It can be the chemical substance which is mentioned. It can be of the process of the active decay, depending on which one they have asked. But at the end of it all, when they give you a scenario, whether they have put it in the TASICs on part A, part B, or part C, or it is within the scenario, we have to make sure that at the end of it all, we are looking at the healthy implications. So what does this one call us? It calls us to look at every topic that we accomplish under this section. Can we go ahead and we see the danger, the implication of those particular substances? If you have finished radioactivity, can you look at the implications of radioactive substances? If you look at periodicity 1, where we have variation in the properties, can you look at the effects? How do you look at the implications of those processes, of those reactions to the environment, on the health, on the ethical? What are the ethical or environmental or healthy implications of those particular substances? So that is what we expect in section B part 2. And then finally, when you come to section B part 2, this is section B part 2, and then the one we have finished here is section B part 1, which is the inorganic. Now, when you come to this is the one we are calling the organic. What do we base on to give a score to a learner when a question is set under organic? One thing you need to know, when we talk about organic chemistry, what should come in our minds? Number one, do you know how to write the mechanisms? Number two, can you write the synthesis of different organic compounds? The what? The synthesis. Can you do the mechanism of different chemical reactions that take place? Because if you look at organic chemistry majorly, it is looking at organic what? Compounds. And some of organic compounds we have the hydrocarbons. We have the alkyl halides. We have the aromatic compounds and their derivatives, aromatic compounds. We have the alcohols and phenols, we have the carbonyl compounds, the ketones and the aldehydes. We have the carboxylic acids. We have the amines. Then finally, in the last topic, organic 3, we have the polymers and polymerization. Now, the question is, how far are you with these subtopics here, with these topics here? Because all these are the ones they have put under organic 1, organic 2, and organic 3. Now, as we look at how best we can perform very well in organic chemistry or section B part 2, we need to see, if you talk about hydrocarbons, the alkanes, alkenes, alkynes, do we know the chemical properties of these substances? Of course, in chemical properties, that's why we see the reactions and the mechanisms. And do you know the physical properties of each and every organic compound? Why? Because the first question or the first response we're looking out for, the basis of assessment in this area, number one, a learner should be able to demonstrate understanding of the physical properties. And you'll always find that in a question when they're asking, maybe they have considered like 2 organic compounds. Like the one I've given out, it is also covering 2 organic compounds. One is under alkenes, another one is under carboxylic acids. Are you seeing that? Now, the question we are looking out for, number one, was looking at the physical properties. And when you're looking at these physical properties, don't end at identifying them. Instead, go ahead and give their explanations. At least give like 3. Me, I'm using a 3, a 3, a 3. Give like a 3, which are very well explained. So what is your task from now and onwards? Go and look at all those chemical, all those organic compounds that you have already studied. See whether you know the physical properties, the physical property of each and every organic compound. Check whether you know the chemical properties of each and every compound. If you know that, then the synthesis becomes very easy, because there's no one day when the teacher is going to come in class and teaching you how to synthesize. Instead, as you study the different chemical properties of different organic compounds, the synthesis is automatically coming in. The synthesis automatically will be automatically there, as you see how one is coming from the other through the chemical reactions. Now, listen to this now. After looking at the physical properties, we need to be able to analyze all organic chemical equations. But of course, the chemical equations which have been mentioned in the scenario, not every chemical reaction. They can be talking about carboxylic acids, but what do they want? They want to talk about like only 2 or 3 chemical reactions, depending on which one they have asked. Now, we make sure that we use the acceptable reaction what? Mechanism, and using a correct curved allo and correct intermediate. When you're moving from ethene, that is ethene, maybe this is the hydration of ethene, and the mechanism, you want this allo to, which is, you call the allos more from you call electrophiles and nucleophiles. A nucleophile is the one which is having electron rich, while electrophile is electron deficient. So this is our electrophile, this is our this ethene has some pi electrons. These pi electrons are the ones you are going to participate. We are saying that use a very good curved allo, not just coming and you say this is ethene, and then it is coming for hydrogen, and you find someone doing like this too. Don't do that. Instead, use a curved allo, a good curved allo. It should not have very many curvatures, not a curve which is like this, coming for something. It should have a maximum of 2 curves. Don't put 2, I don't know whether they're curves, but 2 bending points. Not very many bending points. You're coming from here, zigzag. That zigzag, we don't want it. Are we there? So make sure that you can write a chemical reaction and even its mechanism. Then part C, evaluate the pathways. This is the synthesis they're talking about. The synthesis. There's someone at school which asked, how many steps do we need to include? And they're saying that let them be maximum of 6, and a minimum of how many? 3. Are you seeing that? So when they have told you to synthesize, you can try in your book. They have told you to convert ethene. Check whether you can try this. Ethene, you want to convert it to propanoic acid. Propanoic acid. What steps? Which steps can you go through to reach up to this? Did you know that we can have like 3 learners going through different steps and they all have the same answers? Yes. We can have different steps and we have the same scores. Are we there? So long as you reach your final point. But you're saying that as you go through the very many steps, don't go beyond 6. Because even the examiner who is setting your item will not give you the one which involves 10 steps. A good synthesis, it should have a minimum of 3 steps and a maximum of 6 steps. Then finally, we should be able to evaluate the real-life applications. This is one area. And this is the task I want to give each and every one. Later, I'll be able to share with you a number of items about synthesis for you to try out. Like these ones I've already shared, like this one I've shared here. You can try it out and you see, are you able to synthesize propanoic acid from ethene? But you listen to this task I want to give each and every student who is here. If you have seen that all these organic compounds, either one or two or three of them will be assessed automatically. And in one item, you can find that almost 5 organic compounds have been included there. Because when you're doing synthesis, you find that you're moving from maybe alkene, you go to an alkyl halide, you go to an alcohol, you go to a carbonyl compound, you go to a carboxylic acid. Are you seeing that? Almost you have tackled every organic compound. So what does it mean? Let us get vast to these organic compounds. Then the task I want to give you, this is the second task, that in here, the evaluation of real-life application, meaning we need to see, if you have talked about alkenes, do you know where alkenes are applied? Can you explain? Are we there? After that, go ahead and see, do you know the impacts of each and every organic compound, and can you mitigate that particular negative impact? So those are things. The application, the score is on the application, another score is on the danger, and another score is on the mitigation. For you to maximize, to be sure that these scores for organic chemistry, you have put them in your pocket, you have to make sure that each and every organic compound that you have studied, you know its application, where it can be applied and very well explained, and then the implications, the impacts, the negative impact, and how it can be mitigated. So that is it, the basis of assessment for each and every item. And I believe we can look at one item, the first item I gave you for item number 1, and then you can be able to proceed. But if you have any question on whatever I have discussed, especially on organic chemistry, inorganic chemistry, and then the first ones looked at, please let your hand be up. You also use the chat, and then we can be able to wind up. I'm going to start with the school that has not yet given yet or asked a question. Let me see. And Angel Cats. Okay, good. I'm seeing who? One person. Okay. Lila Courage, Lila Town. Lila Town, you unmute. Lila Town. Yes, good.
Yes, sir.
Yes, please.
Hello.
Hello, I can get you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much for your presentation.
You're welcome.
It has really been quite elaborate. I've liked you, and may God bless you.
Amen, amen.
So my only request is some of us, we are attending this facilitation without our learners, and because they happened at the time that some of the learners are in for the lesson, other subjects. My kind request is that if you could avail us with a approach of downloading it.
Oh, I've shared my number there in the box. Then we shall be able to share the whole video so that they can get it at any time of their convenience.
I didn't see the number.
It is there. I've already put there. Unless you're not seeing it?
I'm seeing in the chat, sir.
Yes, in the chat.
I'm seeing sample item and answer. Ole.
Okay. What about that one now?
Yeah, I've seen it. Thank you very much for your time.
Then also there's that link where we have put a number of things, the project work, the approach for project work. It is also on that link. You can be able to subscribe and share with the learners that they can access at any particular time. Okay, thank you, Lila College. You're welcome.
Lila Town College.
Okay, Lila Town College. Thank you. Thank you, Teacher Dan, for being part. We have Nyachigumba Parents Essence. Nyachigumba, you can unmute. As they unmute,
yes.
Poma. Okay. Even in Poma, you'll be the next.
Sir.
You're welcome.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
I have a problem of not understanding the items clearly. I don't know how will I manage that problem.
Oh, don't worry. I wanted us to go through one item and then I take you through. Actually, today, because we may not manage to go through all the items, what we're going to do is to read through the item, we interpret. Just interpretation, I believe, can be enough for us. So that at the end of it all, when an item comes, you can be able to interpret and then start the responses. But also, don't forget the basis. If you understand the basis of assessment, it also helps us to know when you're reading about alcohols, what are you reading about? Number one, you need to see, do you know the physical properties of alcohols? Can you explain why they are soluble in water? Are we together? If you have that very well, run very fast to the chemical properties. Do you know how alcohols react? And then can you write the mechanism for each and every reaction? Then after that, go ahead and look at the application. Where are alcohols applied in our day-to-day life? Then don't end there. As you look at application, make sure you can even explain. Now that we have internet everywhere and we are in the era, electronic era, you must know how to research. Actually, I expect every student in Senior 6 to be having an email. If you don't have, go and get an email. Because once you have an email, there are some platforms that you cannot access without an email. Like this video, when we share it, you will not be able to access it if you don't have an email. So as Senior 6 candidates, let's get the emails. So that even when we look for some platforms for research, especially like these applications, the dangers, make sure that the dangers and explanations and mitigation to these organic compounds, you have them in your books. There you're very sure that any question that comes on organic chemistry, you can maximize it. Someone is asking, okay, welcome. Someone is asking, how do we identify the factors, theories, laws, principles stated in the scenario? You can identify that by reading the scenario very well and you get to know what they want. Now, there is a scenario you will find out that what they are looking out for is they wanted to apply the what? Well, they wanted to apply the law, like Hess's law. Like that item I gave you already on thermochemistry is about application of Hess's law. Now, someone is saying that we share the link and the number. Let me see. Okay. And those who are already having some of these things, you can help out, you share, so that we can be able to move on very fast. But I like people who have already gotten their responses. I'm seeing people are putting in the chat. Very good. I believe we shall be able to move on very well. But I believe whether we have tackled an item or not, I request we get into the item. Yes, Brian. Okay, let's run to the item. Let's run to the item. Nakanyonyi girls, as you ask, unmute, and then we look at that item very fast. Nakanyonyi girls.
Hi, teacher. I'd like to know
yes, please. Now, Kanyoni girls, you're not clear. If you could come closer to the mic and then we hear you very well. What were you saying?
No, and another thing about it is about the mechanism part. There, we can ask you the phase of reaction and explanation. You need to write the mechanism only or write explanation.
Only that I didn't get you clearly. On the mechanisms, you are saying that if they have asked you, number one, what did you say?
The second reaction.
Oh, I can't hear you clearly. That is well. Okay, could you kindly write that question in the chat and then I respond? Because if you can put it in the chat, it will be very good. Chihi High School, kindly unmute. I think you had not yet spoken since the beginning. You can unmute, you inquire, then we move on. Yes, Chihihi. Chihi, hi.
Good evening, sir.
Yes, please.
Our question was like in physical chemistry.
Yes.
We are asking how can you differentiate that this is a zero order reaction, first order reaction, and then the second order reaction in chemical kinetics? It is our question.
Oh. How do you get to know this is a zero?
And another question is like in organic chemistry, we always receive scenarios whereby they say that we are given, like for example, the oxides of a certain period. For example, let me say period 3. They say that we explain the trend within the oxide. Specifically, if they say that this is aluminum oxide, silicon oxide, or sodium oxide, can you give the trend of all the oxides within the period 3 elements? That's what we are asking.
Okay. Before you move on, sometimes you need to check on the scenario. Now, they can give you a sample oxides, like for example, they say sodium, magnesium, and aluminium. Then they say in the scenario they don't know how the trend looks is for those particular oxides or for the elements in the same period. Now, when they say elements in the same period, meaning there you're going to talk about those ones they have mentioned and then the others. But now when they have given you already the 3, then you can talk about only those 3. Depending on the question, that's when you are able to respond. Like you respond according to what they have inquired. Sometimes it can be very clear that they have given you a sample oxides and then they want you to explain the trend in the reactivity of the elements in the same period.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you. Then how do you get to know the order of reaction in a physical chemistry? Now, it depends on the data which they have given you. Are we there?
Yes.
And when we are learning about order of reaction, we can interpret the data using the graph, or we can use the data which they have given us maybe in the table that they have corrected. So using that data, we can be able to know which one. If it is a graph, you know how a graph for zero order looks like. You know how a graph for first order looks like. I don't know whether you know that. You must have seen that when you're learning chemical kinetics. So one thing I want to encourage you is to look at the graphical method and also the other method for the calculation. When you check where you are studying it from, it will be able to guide you very well because it is direct. That for a zero order, and you're having this kind of reagent, this kind of variable against this variable, it is a straight line. That is for a zero order. If it is straight line, meaning the concentration is the same. It is not changing. So those are the things that we need to continue to inspect. We continue inspecting and you see whether it is the first order, second order, or a zero order. And like I said, we are going to have polls to see which one would you like us, which topic would you like us to discuss going ahead, because we want to look at like 5 topics we can discuss, and those ones that look to be challenging to us, then we can be able to discuss those particular topics. Because of time, I'm seeing hands are very many, but let's first look at this one item, then the other ones, like I said, we shall practice them, and then you share on the email which I shared before we started the session. Are we able to see my screen? Hello, can I have one person alert me whether you're seeing the questions I'm displaying on the screen? Chinyala Secondary School, you unmute. And Sahek, yes, Chinyala Secondary School.
Good evening, sir. Is it true that during synthesis you are not allowed to pass through an alkane, and why?
Oh, first wait. It depends. Where are you coming from? For example, are you seeing my screen? First, tell me whether you're seeing my screen.
Yeah.
Are you seeing my screen?
No, it's blank. It's blank.
Okay, let me share this one. Can you see it now?
Yeah.
It is white. Yeah.
It's blank. No, it's blank.
Oh.
I'm seeing.
Okay. Are you seeing the screen now?
Yes.
Okay. So let's be a little bit faster now, since we're already out of time and we need to end our session. For example, you're working on this mechanism, the one I have given you, moving from ethene to propanoic acid. Which steps do you think you would go through? So we have seen some learners first going into alkane. After alkane, they form alkyl halide. After alkyl halide, then they keep on moving on. Yet they could have moved to an alkyl halide immediately without going through what? An alkane. Because moving from an alkane to alkyl halide, maybe like chloroethane, you use chlorine in presence of UV light. Yet you find out that in excess of one of those, you'll give a different product. That's why we don't encourage that one, because it's going to lead you to go through very many stages, but also the product you're getting there, you're not very sure. In reality, it may not give you the intermediate that you want. Are we there?
No, Master, I beg your pardon. From the start.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to let me respond to you again, but as I respond to you, let me have Chua 2 Memorial College also unmute as I respond to your question more. Chua 2 Memorial. Chua 2 Memorial unmute. Okay, Chua 2 is not unmuting. Okay, let me repeat for the other school for just one more last time. We're saying that right here, someone could say, let's first form this. No. An alkane. Reducing this, adding hydrogen in presence of a catalyst, yeah? From there, he said that now let's go to forming an alkyl halide. This is where I will have a challenge. You're moving from an alkane to this alkyl halide. Let me clear here. To this alkyl halide, and then from there, someone puts in a Grignard reagent, maybe dry ether, CH3, CH2, then is adding there's magnesium, chlorine, and then it continues CH3, CH2. Here is adding carbon dioxide, which is going to attach there. Then after that is adding what? Hydrolysis of this to form the acid. But now the question is, why do you need to go through this? Yet you can easily just come here by adding a halogenic what? Acid. So here you have 1, 2, 3, 4 steps. Here you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But we don't encourage this. Why? Because here we are having chlorine and we are in the presence of UV what? UV light. I know very well what happens in excess of either this or of either or of the chlorine. What will happen? You'll find you're forming something like this, ClO3. Yet this is not what we are looking out for. So I request that as we are doing the mechanism, let's try as much as we can to use few steps. Like we said, only 3 steps and a maximum of how many steps? 60 steps. And let's avoid going through these ones which give the intermediates, not the original, the final, the major product. Jungo SS Wakiso. Jungo SS Wakiso, then we have Moroto High School. Jungo SS?
Yes, Master.
Yes, please.
I wanted to consult. I wanted to consult if someone does 6 pathways, and for my do 3 pathways. Can we all get the same marks?
Very, very true. You all get the same marks. Yeah. Do you know why you get the same marks?
Yeah.
It's like using one person it's like one person using elimination method. Are you seeing that? Which other one do you know apart from elimination? The other one is completing squares. Do you study it in O level? Okay, substitution.
Yes.
Now, if someone uses elimination method and the other one uses substitution method, do you all get the same marks?
Yes.
Yes, are you seeing that? So even in synthesis, so long as you have used the right reagents and you have reached your final product, what we want is to make sure that you don't go through very long processes, yet there are those short ones. Don't go beyond 6 steps. Even when they're setting your paper, they will not give you an item which requires you to go very far. Instead, they'll give you the one which requires at least a maximum of around 6 stages. Maybe if it has failed and failed completely, you do it. But if it has not failed, kindly make sure that you're within that range. Are we there?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Finally, Attila CD. Attila CD SS. Attila CD. Attila CD. Attila CD is not Tabasco. Then Dennis Elaine Osco. Attila CD, yes, please.
All right, thank you for actually for the facilitation.
You're welcome.
Mine is just simple.
Mm.
First of all, I would like you to add us also in the chat group. Then the other one is provide more items on basically section A.
Oh, those ones are coming. When you join the group, This coming week, I'll be sharing a number of them. Every item I'll be sharing around four items for us to practice. So that next time when you're having any session, you can be able to share. So that's what we are looking out for. Today, we wanted majorly to see how best can we approach an item. Then I bring those items, you approach. After you have approached, it will become very easy for me to know where to start from next time when you're having another session. So we are planning to have more sessions. You can just inbox me on that number. Then we shall be able to add in the holistic learning platform where you can always get all that work. The contact is already there. I've also put the link for the YouTube channel, Chemistry Connect, which connects all the teachers in the entire country and other parts of is this Light SS? Light SS, you can unmute. Oh, what are the techniques in writing synthesis? Like I said, I want to bring you some practice questions, around 20. Yeah? And then you see. Yes, please.
Hello, sir.
Yes, please.
Yes. Hello, sir.
Yes, please. I can hear you.
I want to know about the maximum score for each items.
Oh, like I said, I don't want to give you maximum score, but I want to give you how to get the maximum score. Are you getting that? When you learn how to get maximum score, the maximum score will not become a problem because the maximum score is determined by the examiner. So today I can give you like 2, yet the maximum score tomorrow it will become 4. But for me, what I need to tell you is how do you attain the maximum score? I believe that is the very important thing. And that's what I've been trying to do to teach us how to attain the maximum score, looking at the basis of assessment. There's Nachgumba, it says, there's this school that has not yet. I just want to, okay, Wisco campus, unmute, Wisco campus. Yeah, let's ask questions that you can go and practice. Yes, Wisco?
Thank you so much, Martha.
Yes.
I wanted to ask a question whereby you said that you cannot go beyond, you cannot pass through the alkane for you to get the propanoic.
No, you can. You see, kindly check. Are you seeing here? Are you seeing the screen?
Okay.
You see, I first moved from ethene. Are we there?
Yes.
I did the hydrogenation. I added hydrogen in presence of maybe nickel catalyst. I got my alkane. Are you seeing that?
Yes.
Then I did chlorination. Chlorine in UV light. I got this. Are you seeing that? But now the question is, why do you need to go through this? Yet you can come direct from there to here. That is what the question I was asking.
Okay. How about now the scenario where you have propanoic acid being converted to chloroethane?
Propanoic acid
being converted to chloroethane.
Propanoic acid being converted to chloroethane. Chloroethane, like that.
Yes.
Don't you think the first thing you need to do is to see how the carboxylic acid, have you studied about chemical reactions of carboxylic acids?
Yes, you have studied.
Which reaction can help us to remove to reduce carboxylic acid from carboxylic acid maybe to an alcohol? What do you get? What do you get?
You can get ethane.
Yes?
Ethane.
When you reduce it, by soda lime, you get ethane.
Yes.
So from here, how do you get our product here?
You can add chlorine.
Chlorine.
Yeah, in under UV light.
UV light. And then you're getting that. How many steps are those?
Those are 2 steps.
2 steps. But I've been encouraging us to have 3 steps. But now this one, you can do it in 2 steps. I believe that's where the question is now. Yes?
Okay, teacher, how about now?
Now,
how are you going to use the 3 steps?
Nanti, that's where I'm going. We are saying that a standard, a very good item will involve conversion, which will lead you to at least 3. So that we don't have a learner moving one step, the other step is done. What we want is a learner go through a number of steps, because the reason why we are looking at least 3, if it is 3 steps, it means that this learner has looked at around 3 organic compounds. Are you seeing that?
Yeah.
Look at now this one. Maybe if I can take you back to this. Where are you? Come. You see, like now this one. This question, a learner is learning about an alkene. He has learned about alkyl halides. Has learned about, okay, this is still under alkyl halides. And then here we are having also the propanoic what? Propanoic acid, which is a carboxylic acid. Then someone who passed here is having an alkene, having this. I think here we're having very many organic compounds.
Yes, I'm seeing.
So meaning if we limit steps and they become few, meaning a learner is just going to look at only one more other organic compound. This is just an alkane, and then you go back to where you came from. So what are we saying? Most of the questions which are coming up, you find out that they involve at least, if there are few steps, they are at least around 3. But if you find the one like this one, go ahead. They will still mark you on this one. But we're saying that if a question is a very good one, it will involve at least how many steps? 3 steps. I don't know whether it is very clear. Kindly don't squeeze your steps to become 3, yet they are 2. You can have it in 2. But a very good scenario, a very good synthesis, we are saying that you'll find out that it has at least 3 steps. And when you're doing, like I said, when you get to the question, answer the question. Don't come back to what we had only in the session, in the facilitation. What if they give you like this one, which involves only 1? Oh, okay, only 2 steps. You leave it because they told you that it's supposed to be only 3. But we are saying that for a very good standard item, it will involve at least the minimum of 3 steps. I can see our time is fast spent. Let me have St. Michael tell us something, and then we can move on.
Thank you, teacher. My question is on inorganic.
Okay, St. Matia Murumba, you can unmute that when these ones are done. You also ask, then we can end.
Like for example, you are given the question.
About inorganic chemistry.
Yes, I'm talking about inorganic.
Yes, what's wrong with inorganic?
You are given elements of group 2.
Yes.
And then there are some elements that they don't react with water.
Okay.
Then am I supposed to give the reasons for that, or I just say like beryllium does not react with water at any conditions?
That is a very good question. What is your name?
I'm a singular Alan, St. Michael High School.
Alan, very good. That's a good question. Now, in the A level now, we are saying that we need to explain the properties. Are we there? So, when it is not reacting Why is it not reacting? Why is neon not reacting? Because it is having a stable state, therefore it cannot lose or gain any electron. Are you seeing that?
Yes.
So that explanation, just that brief explanation why it does not react, it can be very nice. So let's include it so that we can be able to explain all
I have
that.
another question.
Another question?
I have another question about organic.
Organic,
Yes, like I'm doing the synthesis of some elements. Then am I supposed, like, if it happens, I'm converting this element to another. You find that in the first step I have used like sodium hydroxide.
Yes.
And then I find that in the next steps, there is somewhere where sodium hydroxide can be used. Can I also use the same? Can I also use the same?
Hey, don't worry, use it. And I believe conditions are not the same. You'll find the sodium hydroxide, but the conditions, maybe the other one was in presence of ethanol, while here it is just reflux. Are you saying that? So don't worry about that, so long as it is a correct chemical reaction.
Then the last one.
When we talk about the use of chlorinating in presence of UV light, we are told that it's not advisable to use that reaction because it is considered to be a slow one.
Very good. That's what I've been explaining on this one. See, not only being slow, but also we know that this product with chlorine, it is just an intermediate. When you add in, it will change to something different. Okay. Do you know that at the end of it all, we can end up with this one?
I see.
Are you seeing that? So that's why we are saying that that's why we normally encourage people not to use that direction. Okay. That's why I was saying that why not use this? You come from an alkene, you come direct to an alkyl halide. Are we there?
Yes. Yes.
Yes. Okay, thank you. Grace the living. We are winding up, but in 4 minutes we should be done. Someone to pray for us, you should be ready. Then the practice questions, please make sure that you practice. Then the teachers will be able to share with me on the email or on the WhatsApp, and then we can be able to see whether the responses are aligned with what we have been discussing. St. Michael College, Butenga. St. Michael College. Others who have finished, kindly put your hands down. Then we can finish. Mariam Tukamushaba. Mariam, you also unmute. Tukamushaba, Mariam.
Yes.
Yes, please. You ask.
This is Grace the Living, eh?
Okay. Yes, Grace.
I was just inquiring. When you're writing the mechanisms,
okay.
Is it a linear one or you have to make it in 2 steps?
When you're writing, oh, I get what you ask.
Yes.
I have understood what you're asking. For example, if you're looking at the mechanism, of,
is it linear or just you make?
For example, you're working on this mechanism, isn't it?
Right.
What is the product? Yeah. What is the product there?
It's an alcohol. It's an alcohol.
Which product do we have there? An alcohol.
An alcohol.
CH3CH. Primary alcohol. Very good. Now the question is, when you're writing the mechanism, do you need to write in a different steps, or linear we can have in a linear form? Now let me assume this is my book. My book ends here. Are we there? And of course, the first step, we shall have this one come for the what? The hydrogen. For you, write very well, because so when it comes there, we shall be having CH3, CH2. Now, this carbon atom is not stable. Are you seeing that? So it will have a positive what? Charge. Then, now,
right,
we can move on. But when you move on, is this space going to be enough? If you see it is not enough, you can still. Now, when you're coming to another line, you bring the whole of it the way it is. Maybe let me say we have any there. You bring it the way it is, the whole of this, CH2 plus, then you bring our water. You know, water has some free electrons which will come there, and then we shall be forming CH3, CH2, and then we have our OH2. But oxygen is having extra bonds, so you have a positive.
Yes.
So what do? We lose. So we can say minus the hydrogen, and then we have our alcohol. Are we there? But also another person can say, what if I just come like this, CH2, CH2, then you have, we said we need to use good curved ones. You get CH3, single bond, CH2. Now that one will be having a charge. Then you bring our water with lone pairs. You bring there. You move on. This will be CH3, CH2, and then OH2. There's a plus there. Then my space is not enough. Then I say, oh, I can say minus hydrogen. Okay, plot that proton, we say CH3, CH2, OH. Am I wrong? Very correct.
No.
I think that. So this one will be correct, even the other one will also be correct.
Correct.
Yeah.
Then
Thank you.
Master, I would like you to elaborate me about the mechanism of an alkyne with the water in the presence of sulfuric acid under 60 degrees.
Now I've shared because of time, we may not go through it.
The formation of a ketone.
Yes, now I shared that one on this link. There's a link I've put again. Go on that link.
Okay.
That mechanism is already there. That mechanism is already there.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, so click on that link, you'll check there. Because of time, we may not be able to go through all the mechanisms. Then also, like I shared, we shall be able to have time to go through some particular mechanisms that you think we need to go through. There are some people I never wanted to live without here. Kongunga High School. Let me end with Kongunga High School. Other people, please make sure you inbox, and then you can be able to share more. This time can never be enough. 2 hours cannot be enough to finish all the things. Okay, Makobole, I want one school and we go. Okay, Wojela girls. Wonjela girls. Okay. Makobole, you can speak and then we close.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening. You read us even in the closing prayer.
Yes, my question is like, in the name sample, after doing the synthesis, they will describe the steps below. Is it a must for us to do that?
They do what?
They explain the steps in the synthesis with words down.
Oh, now they are not, you'll find that they are not explaining the synthesis. Instead, okay, you first check right here. That is item number organic chemistry. Are you seeing here? What are we looking out for on synthesis? We want you to evaluate all the synthetic pathways with correct reagents, conditions, and intermediates. That is the very thing. You recall the explanations. You have already finished them here on part B. If you didn't explain them, that's when you can go ahead and explain every step. But already here you have explained your chemical reactions.
Yes.
Yeah. So I want to pause it at this. Time is not our friend, and it's already 6:30. I know you have lessons. You need to go for supper. You go for lessons. Of course, it's still Isaac Nirimbibi who has been taking us through, and I know this is not the last day we are having. We shall have another day to go through practical before we go for our mocks. But also that link I've shared, I've already put the facilitation for practical to help us before, so that we can be able to prepare in advance. How can you access that? You can still go on YouTube and you click there, you type there Chemistry Connect, Nirimbibi Isaac. They will be able to bring you that page. Then subscribe and be following on that channel. Different topics have been put there. Just go you just go there in the what? In the playlist for physical chemistry, playlist for organic chemistry, playlist for inorganic. You'll find there all that. The facilitations, you also find them there. Otherwise, I want to appreciate each and every one. The school that have put in time, the data, and you have organized the learners to be on this facilitation. Thank you very much. And for the learners, the time you have sacrificed to be right here, surely just know this is not in vain. You'll be able to get the reward at the end. And the reward we are looking for this year, we want to see the A's coming through. And you can make it so long as you continue to do practice. Let me have one school lead us in the closing prayer, and then we close. Sahek, lead us in the closing prayer. Sahek. Good. Sahek in full is what?
Unmute.
What is Sahek? Yes, Sahek in full.
Sahek, it's Sacred Heart Chiterede.
Okay. I believe your questions have been answered, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, now lead us in the closing prayer, and then we call it a day.
Okay. In the name of the Father, and the Son, and of the Holy Spirit.
Amen.
Lord our Father, we know that joy does not come from what we hear, what we eat, or what we live with, but it comes from your word. Lord our Father, I pray that whatever has been told to us, we get it right, answer it in papers, and we pass well in flying colors. Lord, we pray. You say that he who asks, he who knocks will be opened. Thank you. Protect our formators, protect our teachers. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit.
Amen. Thank you for the wonderful prayer. May God bless you. Have a blessed time. Let's meet next time.
Amen.